A delayed match review. I have just got back from the Etihad where we have just seen a humdinger. Definite game of the season contender where it is finished Manchester City 3, Tottenham Hotspur 3, and that is the best 90 minutes this side has put together all season, potentially. It may rival Arsenal, but as a full package 90 minutes, we were very good today, very good. The centre-backs done their jobs. I thought they were pretty good. Look, you're always going to give up chances when we come up against a top quality side. The European champions, treble winners in Manchester City, they're going to have their chances. I felt we dealt with them as well as we could, but we still gave away chances. Not a lot you can do. But going forward, we were a threat, as we always are on the break, and we got our goal early on through Son. Very similar to when we won there a couple of years ago, where we just caught them on the break and played the ball through. Sonny, the goal sort of goes through the keeper. Then 2 minutes later, a Son own goal. Unbelievable, really. You'd think he scores at both ends. It's unbelievable. But people will say it's unlucky. I would say that's poor from Son. You're always taught, don't dangle your leg out. I know you've got to try and, but don't dangle it. It seemed like a half-hearted, but look, he's got credit in the bank where it's due, that's fine. It's a crazy game, absolutely crazy game. City worked the ball nicely to take the lead. But again, there was just something missing in the Spurs press and Spurs defensively with that goal. I felt we sat off them, and I'd rather us engage in them a bit more, don't allow them the freedom in the park. It was a nice ball by Doku into Bernardo Silva, Julian Alvarez, it was one of those two anyway, who slid the ball across and Phil Foden tapped home 2-1 City. I don't know what was said at half time, but what was said worked, because we came out the second half. He made a brilliant substitution. He took off Brian Gill, put Kulu back on the right, Brennan on the left, and he brought on Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who I am a big fan of in these types of games. In these types of games, Højbjerg is sort of the anchor and he just runs it. He runs the ship brilliantly. And that changed the game to a tactical point of view. So Postecoglou spot on with that substitution. Anyways, we sort of win the ball back 65th minute, and Son lays it off to Lo Celso. Lo Celso, 25 yards out, has a dip, and boy does he have a dip. Comes in off the post, and the carnage in the away end was something else, 2-2. But then Postecoglou makes a change I disagree with. He takes off Lo Celso and brings on Skip. And I get we don't have the biggest squad, and we've got players out, but I just felt it was too early to bring Skip on to try and hold out with about 15 minutes to go. And we saw that when we conceded. Basuma gives the ball away very cheaply. It finds its way back to Haaland. He cuts it back and Grealish swoops it home. It's pretty much all Haaland done. All he did was miss tappings. So anyone that wants to come to me saying Haaland's better than Harry Kane, I'm laughing at you. That's never in a million years will that man be better than Harry Kane. And you know what? Even at 3-2 down with 5 minutes to go, I genuinely believed we could get something still. Brennan Johnson puts in a cross. It looks like it's going nowhere. And out of nowhere, Kulusevski, it came off his shoulder, but just the intent to get there, the bravery, because I think there could have been a clash of heads or whatever. And it comes off his shoulder and hits the bar and goes in, and that sparks wild celebrations in the away end. It was incredible. The football we played, we could have won it at the end. We could have lost it at the end. I'm not going to go into details. I'm pretty sure you've all seen it with the referee blowing up. But that's the best football we've seen, and that hopefully stops the rot, number one, and builds a bit of momentum. Momentum now is key. We've got to make sure this result means something, unlike when we done 2 years ago when we went to Burnley. We have to play, we've got to play West Ham, and I expect 3 points. And then from there, we move on to Newcastle. Now it's all about momentum. We have to build up the momentum to try and gain results. If we just go and lose to West Ham, momentum lost. We start again on Thursday against West Ham, and I'm excited. I fully expect us to win. I think we'll put in a very similar display, and I think we'll have too much for West Ham. It's time now to head to bed. It's almost midnight here. I am buzzing. I'm excited. I cannot wait for the next game. Up the Spurs. Fucking brilliant result.